Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is Jay's Perspective. As always, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any new content. We're going to make it a little more light today than the past two videos as far as what we've been talking about. This one is going to be a doozy. If you are a fan of the Squid Games show on Netflix, you're going to love this one. I'm going to paint you a perfect picture of how I'm going and this is going to have spoilers for the first two seasons. I just wrapped up the first two, I think yesterday. So let's just go ahead and dive on into this. So let me paint this picture for you. So imagine you're millions and millions of dollars in debt, and you basically your partner has left you. You have a kid who you can't see because you're struggling, and then you run into this guy, a businessman in a suit with a suitcase that plays a game with you, and then ends up giving you a business card with a number on it. You call that number, and then a random limousine comes to swoop you up, take you to a secluded island that nobody can locate you on, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're around all these random people that you've never met, and randomly you run into a childhood friend of yours, and the first thing you guys do, you're playing games, and you think like, hey, this should be pretty easy. I've played these before. Red light, green light. Hey, let's go ahead and get this rolling. So start the game up, and they tell you specifically, green light means go, red light means stop. But what they don't tell you, and what you soon find out is if they tell you to stop and you blink wrong or move wrong or twitch, you getting lit up. You're getting showered. What are you getting showered with? You're getting showered with bullets. You're done. Done deal. Goodbye. You're out. I mean, out. So that's when you realize, hey, this isn't a typical kids game we used to play back in the day. This is real. And as the game goes on, you get a chance each round to vote to end the game. Majority vote wins. So if more people vote to end it, the game ends. Then you split the profits. If more people vote to continue, the game continues, which means, more bodies are going to drop. In this case, we see, as you'll notice, or if you have already watched it, as you'll see, the more bodies that drop, the more favorable for the people that are there in their mind. So as they see more money increasing, they're like, hey, you know what? I can get through one more game. Let's go ahead and let's push forward and see what the next round is like. Let's go ahead and flirt with it. So yeah, let's keep it pushing. So you get on to the next round, and you get on to the next round, you get on to the round after that, and you finally reach the final round, and it's you and your best friend, your childhood friend, who you've talked to their mother personally, and essentially it comes down to one-on-one, whoever, and somebody has to essentially be done with, deceased. So somebody's going to die. You get to live, and at the end of it, after all the bodies are stacked up, you make over $45 billion. And you have enough to pay your debt off. You have enough to go see your daughter or your son. And all you have to do is get on the train to leave and go on and do what you got to do. But you know what happened? You know what's funny? This guy decided, hey, I want to throw on my Superman cape and go save everybody. I want to be Captain America, and I can do this all day. So let me go ahead and roll the dice, and let me go ahead and go back. And on top of that, it's hard to find these people. So he goes out his way. Let me go ahead and get a whole crew. I want to recruit an elite crew of guys. I want to pay them millions, probably even a couple billions of dollars. I'm so wealthy at this point. I got money to burn. It doesn't matter. So let me spend this money on resources to find these guys, search different quadrants to locate the man in the suit with the suitcase. On top of that, let me spend more money on getting ammunition and guns to practice shooting with. So that way, when we run into these people, we can handle business. And then on top of that, when it takes you so long that you can't find them, you're like, hey, you know what? forget it. I'm going to one up you guys. I'm gonna find you. So you search around, you finally locate these people. And let me wind back a bit. You get one of your teeth taken out, snatched out, and you get it replaced with a fake tooth with a tracking device in it. Okay, sounds good. Because that way everybody knows where you're at when you finally do get caught and go back into the games. So okay, sounds good. You decide when you're in the club, you run into the people that you need to run into. Hey, I'm wide open. Let me follow you to the limousine, knowing where I'm about to go to. I get into the limousine, they recognize me instantly. You know what they do? They have a quick conversation, and then they put your behind to sleep. Shoot a little gas out there. You sleep all of a sudden. You wake up. Next thing you know, we back to red light, green light. Then you check your mouth. You pull that fake tooth out to see if you got the tracking device in it. Rude awakening. That tracking device is gone. So the jig is up. They already gonna let your boys know that they're coming because they done sprayed a few their way to let them know, like, hey, you might want to think about this before you decide to come for all that smoke we got waiting for you. So, but then you go for it. You decide you want to try to save everybody, try to warn everybody that, hey, this is how you play the game. They don't listen to you. You still try to push them through. You risk your own life yet again and almost get bullets sprayed into you trying to be Superman. Put that cape on. Then you move on. You tell everybody, like, hey, I know the game. I did this before, so I can tell you how they're going to play. Well, you know what they did? When they recognized who you were, they threw a curveball in there. As soon as you get the game, too, hey, oh, crap. I don't recognize this game. That's a problem. Now, all of a sudden, you don't know how to play this game. So you got issues that you get to see the many people fail at it, get sprayed up. You see the reaction of people making as the bodies dropping. They see that money increasing, how savage they become. And on top of that, what's crazy is that instead of you deciding that you wanted to you didn't want to leave. You wanted to decide, hey, I'm going to stay even after you saw all the egregious actions that had already went down up in there to the point where bodies had already dropped. You were the only person that was still left standing at the end. You saw all the iniquitous actions that went down. And you're like, hey, here's a thought. Let me go back, try to shut this whole operation down. The iniquitous actions that you witnessed told you, hey, I'm going to go back and try to right the wrongs that I've already seen. Well, you know what that led to? It led to a great idea. You decide, hey, let's create it. First off, let's decide that, hey, we're on the side that we don't want to continue the games. Then we got the side that wants to continue to increase the money. Lights go off. You told certain people, hey, when the lights go off, we need to hide because these people gonna be on Thanos mode trying to rebalance our side of the team. And you know what happened as soon as the lights went off? Yeah, your team got rebalanced. And he's like, hey, once these people they're gonna come in eventually and shut this down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna steal their guns. We're going to spray them up, and then we're going to go get the head of the table and shut this whole thing down. Great thinking. I appreciate the heroism, putting on the cape, but you know what the result was? You sprayed a few of them up, but you didn't realize there was a whole army waiting on you. And on top of that, you had a mole within your group. So when you got to the end and all your boys basically got lit up and ran out of ammo, and it's like, oh, I'm done, guys. We're good. We're good. Drop the guns. You know, at that point, it's not about business anymore. They're not worried about harvesting anything. They trying to get up close and personal, and that's exactly what they did and lit them up. And then they made sure to save you for last, took your boy out, and let you know that you will be getting rebalanced. That's what you got to look forward to. So you had $45 billion. You decided, hey, let me put the cape on. I'm going to be Superman. I'm going to free everybody. Instead, what happened is You got done Thanos style when he got all the Infinity Stones and decided to rebalance y'all behinds. Now that's the sum of the first two seasons. We gotta see what's gonna happen in season 3, but it's not looking good for your boy. I hope if you guys haven't watched it, go check out Squid Games. It's a good show, but I have to say the main character is an idiot. If you want the epitome of stupid and put a face on it, I will plaster him all across billboards because that is what he is. Anyway, have a good night, guys. This is Jay's perspective. Just wanted to get that out there. Squid Games is a good show, but I always ask myself in the second season was, why are you here, dummy?